Hello, everybody, and welcome to our virtual work webinar series, part one, making the most out of working from home. We are delighted to be here today to take you through this very important content in these very important days about how you can be the best that you can be when you are working from home. I love it when teams do this. So whether it's with your manager or whether it is with your coworkers, at the beginning of every day, having a quick huddle, could be 15, 20, 30 minutes long. Here's the plan for the day. Here's what we're working on. Here's what everyone's jamming on. And we'll talk later on. There can be a personal element in that too, just like it would normally be at work. One-on-ones. Now, we often think about, oh, we've got to do a one-on-one because I've got an issue with my employee. But think about how many times you might have grabbed lunch with somebody and chatted with them, or went to go grab coffee or done some of that stuff. Try and replicate that. Remember we talked about our 50-10, 50 on, 10 off? Maybe in that 10 minutes, you have a quick one-on-one with someone just to find out how their day is going, just to find out what's going on with them, what's the latest and greatest. And then make sure you're including the right people in the to list, CC list, and BCC list. All right, so these are all things that we can be covering one-on-one on the phone, via a Zoom or a webinar, via an email as well. And again, this is not the comprehensive and exclusive list of things you could be talking about with your manager or with your coworkers, but you could talk about, hey, what's working well, what isn't? What was the highlight for your week or your day? What is the low light? What can I do? You can ask this question. What can I do to support you better? That could be a manager, that could be someone working for you, that could be a coworker. What are some obstacles that you're seeing and facing right now? What ideas do you have on how we can all work together more effectively? These, again, not the exhaustive list of questions, but these are great ways to spark conversations and get people thinking and talking. Okay. Now, we talked about the to list, the CC list. We talked about one-on-ones. The question is how we communicate, right? And I think we need to change things up, to be perfectly honest with you, in this virtual world that we are in right now. And I would probably say that right now, the way most people work in most office settings is about 95% written communication. So that could be text, that could be emails, that could be, if you Jabber or Slack or whatever internal system that you have, and about 5% verbal, either in person or over the phone, right? Email, email, email. But given this virtual world we're in right now, I would strongly recommend you think about shifting that ratio to 75% written, still a majority, but 25% verbal. Why? There's no tone, there's no intonation, there's less of ability to bond with people in the written word versus the spoken word. And that is missing from every office since we're all basically 100% virtual. Everyone knows the great Chris Brogan, right? You know, the social media guru. Actually, I've never heard of the guy, but I love this quote. And he said, online requires more touches. It requires effort to ensure a proper tone and inflection are understood. There is no tone, there is no inflection in the written word. It is only in the verbal word that we do this. Plus, we are social beings. We need and crave some of this interaction with people. So you used to be 95-5 written to verbal. I'm recommending you go 75 to 25. And some mantras, assume the best in people, right? Giving them a little bit of that grace. And just say it as opposed to just writing it.